Hi Aries, this is your reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading and this is not going to resonate for every single Aries out there. All right, you guys, let's get started. What is happening for my Aries? Some of you guys right now are building yourselves up, really balancing something out in your life right now. I'm also getting that a lot of you guys right now, you're balancing out almost like logic versus like head over heart in a way. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Temperance, the Two of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. We also have the Ace of Wands, the Magician, and the Death card. Queen of Wands, and the Page of Cups, along with the Nine of Cups. It's the Shadow. So here, Aries, I'm kind of getting what's happening for some of you guys is something has definitely ended in your life. There is a phase that you guys have let go of. And when you did it, I felt like you're doing it with a sense of class. I don't know why I have to say that. Whatever this was, there has been maybe some lying and some cheating going on in some way. Now, I don't know if necessarily I'd say like lying and cheating as in like another person. I feel like this is kind of something ironically just about you. I think that you guys have been building yourself up. You've been balancing out, like I said, that head over heart. You've been really learning how to decide, like, where do I want to go in life? And it's like you are emotionally grounding yourself in a way. So what I'm saying is when I feel like you're lying and cheating in a way is it's like maybe that's how other people might view you in some form, because what you're doing is you're leaving parts of yourself behind that no longer serves you, but you're doing it in such a sneaky way that people are not seeing it coming. So when people see that out of nowhere, you just kind of are like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. So I feel like a lot of you guys right now have been kind of building yourself up behind the scenes. Nobody knows that you were doing this. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you ended parts of yourself or parts of the past and you're moving forward. But something that I'm still seeing is there's a piece of you guys that are kind of afraid to put yourself out there, right? So even though you've healed and even though you've worked through a lot of your issues, there's still a part of you that's afraid to truly embody what you've learned or what you've experienced. But I feel like a lot of you guys have really healed through a lot of emotional issues that you've had in regards to what it was in the past. You guys have really matured, Aries. You've really taken back a lot of your power this time. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're finding your own fulfillment. You're really becoming happier in who you are. You're releasing burdens in your life that no longer serve you, and you're holding on to the things that are good for you. I feel like some of you guys, though, you know what it's like to kind of deal with disappointments. And I think a lot of you in your past has dealt with rejection or has dealt with a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. And a lot of you guys no longer are waiting around for certain people to make you feel better about yourself. So you're cutting out toxicity and you're letting go of people that are not giving you what you deserve. So I feel like a lot of you guys are not putting in the effort. If somebody's not going to put in the effort with you, Aries, you're not willing to put in the effort with them. And that's what's going to shift and change your entire world. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, you're becoming honest with people now. You're becoming honest in the world. You're coming out and you're saying, you know what? these people that were emotionally unavailable for me, these people that could have said or done things that weren't right to me, I'm not going to accept it like, oh, it's an okay that they did that to me, but I'm also not going to let that impact me anymore. So I feel like a lot of you guys have really matured, Aries, and have really put yourselves back out there. So I feel like a lot of you guys, this is a very positive reading. You guys are really taking back your power in this situation. So I'm going to pull some clarifiers here. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys at one point were very stuck emotionally about heartbreak. And I think that that's something that you've been working through here, Aries, is the emotional aspect that you felt when it came to whatever this was. You felt stuck mentally with it. And I think it had a lot to do, and you were balancing out disappointments and, again, a lot of pain, a lot of hurt. You were balancing out, again, that heart and that mind, where you were trying to be logical about whatever this heartbreak was, but at the same time, you were still allowing yourself to feel your emotions and accept your emotions. So in a way, you really went about it, Aries, in a very healing and a very mature way. And I feel like a lot of you guys, you've dealt with a lot of conflict. You dealt with a lot of people telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do in life. And I think a lot of you guys are saying, you know what, if you're not going to be there for me, if you're going to constantly take from me, then I don't want to be in your life, because I want a person that's going to equally give to me what I give back. So I feel like a lot of you guys, you're kind of maturing in that way. That's why I think you guys were very quiet. Maybe when I said, like, you know, you're just being really sneaky, you're not saying anything, because you're building yourself up quietly. You were building yourself up, and you were doing it in a way where it was healthy for you. You made the decision, and that's what I got. You made the decision to build yourself up. So you did it in a way where you were silent, and everybody else was probably seeing you, and they thought, oh my gosh, Aries is insane. What's going on with Aries right now? Like, you were the talk of the town, Aries. People were wondering what you were doing. I feel like a lot of people tried to get involved. People were juggling back and forth like, oh, what is Aries doing here? What about this and that? People came down to what they thought about you, right? You guys kept quiet. I don't think you guys talked. You guys just said, you know what, I'm going to let people... It's almost like you were just kind of a mystery to people here, Aries. You intrigued people because, again, you took back your power twice. It says it here. You took back your power. And again, not talking. You guys did not tell everybody your moves. Maybe in the past, Aries, you were more open about communication, and maybe you told people what you were doing all the time. But now you were like, you know what? I'm going to work in silence. I'm going to build myself up in silence. And that's what you started doing, because nobody was able to know where to attack you. How can I attack Aries where it hurts? They couldn't. You're the magician. You were manifesting what it is that you wanted, because, you know, right now you were healing through heartbreak. You were healing through the loss and the disappointments. And for some of you, that's still kind of an issue that you're dealing with currently, Aries, is you're still dealing with past disappointments, past hurts, but you are building up a foundation. So you're basically, what I'm getting here with that Death card and then that 10 of diamonds here, I'm really picking up that you are putting an end to parts of the foundation that are not real for you. And if it has anything to do with family or friends, it's like you're kind of putting an end to whatever that is. Again, that disappointment. There's something here that you're still kind of healing, but I feel like you're healing it like a champ, guys. You guys are really exploring and changing parts of yourself. Whatever this was, somebody didn't reciprocate to you what you wanted and what you needed. They didn't give to you what you wanted and needed. And because of that, you didn't let it stop you. You still chose to move forward. But in doing so, you are shifting and changing the way that you view yourself and even the way others view you, because you're coming at it in a sense where you have a lot of passion and a lot of emotion, but you're still able to kind of hold that back and again not communicate. You're growing. I'm just really getting that you're graduating. A lot of kings. So I feel like a lot of you guys have really mastered something in your life here, Aries. And you're doing so because I feel like a lot of you guys, you're finding what your passion is, and then you're holding on to that passion. And that's what's bringing you ultimate happiness, is you going after what makes you happy, what makes you passionate, and not wavering it. You know, you're taking that and you're saying, you know what? No, this is what I'm going to do. And you're not letting that stop you here. Let's see here. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you guys at some point, you dealt with a lot of issues when it came to relationships. You never really had a relationship truly, like maybe you thought you just had bad luck in relationships because people were never really committed to you, but you would put in so much hard work and effort. And I feel like a lot of you guys have pulled back and said, you know what? I'm going to just do what makes me happy now. What is my fulfillment? What's going to make me happy? And I think that that's kind of where you're at now, Aries. Because whatever this was in the past, you know, you're no longer putting in that effort, and you've slowed it down to the point where it's non-existent. Because I feel like whoever you were dealing with, they were petty, they were prideful, they had a lot of insecurities, and I think they blamed a lot on you. And this was a committed relationship, and I feel like this left you feeling heartbroken. This left you feeling hard to handle the situation, so you had to do it on your own. So you picked up the strength to move forward, but again, I feel like you were around people that could have hurt you, but you started to put your nose to the grindstone here. I mean, you really went within. You did the work, but I think right now what's happening is you're kind of afraid here, Aries, to start again, to work with people again. I think some of you guys are kind of keeping yourselves quiet moving forward, but again, you're not offering anything to anybody. You're focusing on something in the world right now, but I feel like you want to talk to somebody about this. That's kind of what I'm getting. Whatever this connection was, it did hurt you guys. But I feel like at the same time, you were not going to let that interfere. You are not going to let this person or this situation hold you back any further. So I feel like you guys have really matured here, Aries. And I can't help but keep saying that because I feel like this has been a huge step up for you guys. Yeah, see, a lot of you guys, maybe you felt like this person in a way was your soulmate or somebody that you could have built a life with. But you took back your power. You didn't allow this person's influence to influence you the way that they did. Because I feel like this person could have talked a good game. Oh yeah, we're going to have stability. We're going to have all these things. But I feel like you guys took back your power. Even when it was painful and even when it was hard for you guys still didn't stop going after your goals, going after your dreams. And I think that's why you guys have that emotional fulfillment, is because you did what was best for you guys, and you made the decision. You made a decision, and your decision was to move forward, was to choose a new direction, because you know what you deserve. And I feel like you've been around people that were a bunch of pages that just told you what you wanted, but never really gave you anything. And you're coming at it as a king. I mean, if you think about it, they're just giving you empty promises, empty words, but they never backed it up with their action. And I think that for a lot of you guys, Aries, that was something that has been bugging you in most of your connections. Is it's like you have people that are smooth talkers, or you're around people that, you know, they gave you all these empty promises. They're all talk, but they're no show. And now you're realizing, you know, I want somebody who's actually going to prove with their actions and not with just their words or with how they present themselves, you know? So you're starting to pay attention to people like that, because I feel like the somebody that you've committed your time and effort to just didn't make you happy. They just didn't give you what it was that you deserved. And like right now, it's kind of like a time for like kind of reaping what you're sowing. And right now, you might not be seeing the abundance coming in because you're so focused on maybe some of the stuff that you've missed out on, or maybe some of the, like there's something here that you haven't quite gotten over, Aries, but you've been working on a lot. And right now your destiny isn't blocked necessarily, but there's something that you need to look at deeper inside of yourself. There's something that you're not quite seeing behind the scenes. And I think it has a lot to do with your own insecurities, because I feel like for some of you guys, you had a lot of self-esteem issues, and that's why you kept attracting these types of people. But right now, you guys are growing. And so I feel like your abundance right now is put on hold. And whatever your destiny is, I feel like is also kind of put on hold because you're still growing. And you're isolating yourself right now. And I feel like a lot of you are building up your the way you're seeing yourself. I'm also thinking like a lot of you guys are changing your appearance. You're changing the way that you view yourself. So with that vanity card, it feels like you're really changing the way that you are. Like maybe you're changing your outfits or you're changing your hair. There's something about you just upgrading yourself. But with that dissipating card, some of you guys feel like time is being wasted. You feel like you've wasted a lot of time. Some of you, I'm also getting it, you're just kind of in a rush. I feel like I had to rush this reading. I feel like I'm talking a mile a minute. And I think that's something that's happening is some of you guys feel like you've wasted so much time with people that didn't deserve it. And I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to heal yourselves and grow, but you're doing it where you feel like you have to rush, and you don't need to rush. You don't need to worry. Things are all happening. And I think that's why the abundance in your destiny is kind of in that blocked position, is because you don't need to rush it. Things will happen when it's supposed to happen. So just take it one day at a time. But that's kind of what I'm picking up here. I feel like there needs to be one more card. There we go. Yeah, see, your passion, you're figuring out still what your passion is, but in order for you to truly experience what your passion is, you have to grieve what you've lost. Because what I'm getting here is you guys are in this renewal, you're in this new stage of actually like growing, and you're starting to balance things out to where you're not going to have people do that to you again. So I think that that's kind of where you're at right now. But what your passion is, you're still figuring that out. You're still figuring out what makes you truly happy, because for some of my Aries, you guys don't really know what sparks you, don't really know what makes you light up. And for some of you guys, you know, you have been taking those steps to discovering that, but just start to do so in what's going to make me happy right now. What can I do in this moment to kind of ignite that passion in myself, you know, because everybody's a little bit differently. And I feel like for some of you guys, this is something that you've been struggling with for some time, is what is it that I really want, and how can I actually improve upon that and make that better? And that's really what I'm getting for a lot of you guys, is that's what's kind of happening for you, is you're in this process right now, Aries, of really deciding what it is that you really want and how you're going to improve upon that. So this is a really good reading, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, even though you've been hurt in the past, that's what you need to do right now, is take that time to grieve. Because I feel like for a lot of you guys, you feel really stuck. And this has been something that's been really difficult for you, because maybe you have a lot of people right now curious about what you're doing. Because I feel like, again, you guys are really kind of keeping things hidden from people. You might not be telling people everything that you're doing at this time. Like I said, I think you're isolating yourself here because there's this time of healing that you're going through. But whatever this is, once you learn to grieve and work through the old committed relationships and just grieve through what you've gone through, things are going to start to turn around for you guys. Because when you're in that process of grieving, it kind of forces you to, it's like, grieving kind of makes you go into that depression and makes you go into anger. I mean, grief has so many stages of healing. And I feel like for some of you guys, it's not an easy process to grieve. I think grieving is probably one of my harder, like it's like one of my weak points is grief, because I have a hard time getting over grief. because it's like if you've lost somebody you care about, or if you've gone through so many disappointments over and over again, we have to grieve those. We have to be able to accept our losses. And I feel like for some of you guys, that's kind of what's happening here, is you're having to learn to grieve and have compassion for yourself. And once you grieve past these issues, things are going to start to change for you guys. And with that vanity card, what I'm getting here is start changing your appearance, start taking better care of your body, and start nourishing, eating foods, things that are going to be better for you, because you're in this process of ultimately growing and healing right now. And I feel like you guys are kind of blowing up energetically. People are sensing on a subconscious level here, people are sensing, wow, something's going on with Aries. So Aries is changing and Aries is not the same. And so people are kind of starting to pay more attention to you. And I feel like some of you guys, maybe you've noticed that people have tried to get information out of you, or people have been just talking to you more lately, trying to, oh, are you okay? And, you know, because you might have some people that are definitely, wanting to be there for you, Aries, but I'm also getting that you have some people that are just curious because they just want to gossip. So for some of you guys, I think you're aware of that, and I'm also getting that a lot of you are aware that your silence is gold. So I feel like you guys are kind of in this state right now of really growing and really healing. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to find your destiny. You are going to be able to move towards your North Node more, and you're going to be able to gain the abundance that you need. Because I feel like a lot of you guys have gone through a lot of tough times here, Aries, and it's caused a lot of you guys to, like, everything that you've gone through is basically right now is what I'm feeling is you learning to take back that power and be like, you know what, I'm amazing. I don't need to worry about what this is going on in my life, because I'm a lot better off because of it. And so a lot of you guys, you're really maturing, and I can't stop saying that. It's like, Aries, you're really mature. You've really matured so much over the last 5 years. Even you've matured so much more than you ever have. It's like you've up leveled a lot, and I think you really need to stop and take a second to appreciate that, you know, because I don't think you guys have really given yourself a moment to even soak in everything that you've gone through and everything that you've worked through. And I think that some of you guys, you're just focusing on, oh, well, I still need to do this and I still need to heal that and this and that. And you're always focusing on it. But like, you've never really stopped to say, you know what? I did this. I went through this and I helped it, and I helped make it happen. And you're now like, you know, this is okay. This is going to work itself out. And so you guys are really healing through some things. And I just need to say, like, you know, I'm proud of you guys. This is not an easy task. And I feel like a lot of you guys need to just hear that, because I think a lot of you right now are really just going within and really working through your issues, but you're doing it in a very healthy, more mature way. And that's really what I'm getting here. So yeah, Aries, that's what I have for you guys. I hope if this resonates. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I wish you guys the bestest of luck, and just be kind to yourself. So have a good day. Bye.